Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to unlock the true power of your WordPress website. We're talking about adding incredible new features with just a few clicks. Yep, we're diving headfirst into the world of plugins. So let me ask you something. Have you ever built a website, you got the basics down, it looks pretty good, but then you hit a wall? You start thinking, man, I wish I could add a contact form. Or how in the world do I put a shopping cart on here? The real question is, how do you make your website actually do stuff? Well, the answer, my friends, is plugins. And honestly, the best way to think about them is like apps for your website. It's that simple. You know how you install an app on your phone to get new features? That's exactly what a plugin does for your WordPress site. It's like giving it superpowers. And when I say superpowers, I mean it. It's a huge world out there to explore. Just to put it in perspective for you, there are over 61,000 free plugins just in the official WordPress directory. That's insane. There's a tool for pretty much anything you can dream up. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to cover the why, what plugins even are. Then the prep, which is all about choosing the right one. We'll get into the how with 3 ways to install them. After that, the now what for after you've installed it. We'll cover some super important maintenance and then wrap it up with the open road and your next steps. You ready? Let's do this. All right, first things first, the prep. Look, before we even think about installing anything, we have to talk about how to choose wisely. I mean, with tens of thousands of options, picking the right plugin isn't just a suggestion. It's absolutely crucial for keeping your site fast, secure, and, not broken. So here is your quality checklist. It's super simple. First, look at the user ratings and reviews. What are real people saying? Second, check the number of active installations. If a ton of people are using it, that's a really good sign. Third, and this is a big one, check when it was last updated. You want something recent. And finally, see if there's an active support forum. That means if you get stuck, there's a place to get help. Okay, so you found a winner. Now for the fun part, the how. Let's get that plugin onto your site. There are actually 3 main ways to do this, and we're going to master all of them so you'll know exactly which path to take and when. Path number 1 is by far the easiest and most common way. You do it right from your dashboard. This is your go-to method for all those thousands of free plugins we talked about. Seriously, you just navigate to plugins, add new, search for what you want, click install now, and then activate. Boom. Done. It's that easy. Okay, path number 2 is what you'll use for premium plugins. The ones you buy from a developer. It's called the upload method. So first, you'll go to the provider's website and download the plugin as a zip file. Then, back in your WordPress dashboard, you go to plugins, add new, but this time you'll click the upload plugin button at the top, choose that zip file, and you're good to go. And now for path number 3, the manual way, using something called FTP. Now, this one's a little more advanced for sure, but it is an absolute lifesaver if, say, your website crashes or you get locked out of your dashboard. This method gives you direct access to your site's files, so you have complete control. It's a great skill to have in your back pocket. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the now what. So you've installed and activated your plugin. You're all done, right? Wrong. Sorry to break it to you, but installation is really just the beginning. The crucial thing to remember is that most plugins don't just work right out of the box. You've got to configure them. So once you activate a plugin, the first thing you need to do is find its settings page. Just look for a brand new menu item that pops up in your dashboard. It's usually in that main left-hand sidebar, or sometimes it's tucked away under the main settings menu. That's your control panel. That's where you'll go to tweak all the options and get it working just right for you. Okay, let's switch gears to something really, really important, maintenance. Yeah, I know, adding new features is the exciting part, but being a responsible website owner means managing your plugins. This is absolutely essential for the health and security of your site in the long run. And the number 1 rule of plugin care? Always, always keep your plugins updated. Seriously, this is non-negotiable. Developers are constantly pushing out updates to patch security holes, make things run faster, or add cool new features. You'll see the notification right in your dashboard. It's probably the single most important thing you can do to keep your website safe. So what if you're not using a plugin anymore? Well, you don't want to just leave it sitting there. You got to remove it cleanly. And it's a super simple 2-step process. First, on your plugins page, you click deactivate. That basically turns it off. Then, once it's deactivated, you'll see a brand new delete link appear. Just click that, confirm, and it's gone for good. Keeps your site nice and tidy. All right, we're in the home stretch, our final section, the open road.
We've gone over all the core skills you need, so let's just wrap this up with a couple of final, really important thoughts for your journey.
Okay, first, let's clear up something that trips up a lot of people: the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Here's the deal. If you're using one of the free or personal plans on WordPress.com, you can't install your own plugins. Period. To get that total freedom we've been talking about, you need a self-hosted site. And that's what people mean when they say a WordPress.org site. And here is a pro tip that will save you so much headache down the road. Please, please, please install your plugins one at a time. I know, it's tempting to go on a spree and add 5 at once, but trust me, if something breaks on your site, doing it this way makes it a million times easier to figure out exactly which plugin was the culprit. And that's a wrap. You now have the keys. You've got the toolkit to turn a simple, basic website into pretty much anything you can dream up. You're not just a website owner anymore, you're a builder. So I guess the only question left is, what are you going to build?